Peace, people. Welcome to the latest episode of Rough Draft. I am your host, Kevin Alberto Sabio, and in this episode, I'll be celebrating my author anniversary. Thank you for tuning in to this latest episode of Rough Draft. We are now in the month of February, and in the month of February, we will be celebrating Black History Month. So always celebrate your history, always celebrate your culture. Definitely give props to the ancestors and the elders and those who have came before you and who've taught you everything about your history and your culture. Also in February, you have Akoma Day. Akoma Day is a 7-day holiday. It is a cultural alternative to Valentine's Day. It lasts from February 14th to February 20th. So hopefully you could practice the art and science of soulmating, or you could practice some self-love. But whatever you do, please help to support and to promote Akoma Day. Also, since it's the month of February, I do have my publishing anniversaries, and so I will be promoting. Boom. 16 years ago this came out. So Raise Your Brown Black Fist, The Political Shots of an Angry Afro-Latino, my first book, came out 16 years ago. Also, you have, The Chronicles of the Black Fist, the first book in the Black Fist book series. This was published in 2015, so this came out 11 years ago. Very proud of this book. It is also my very first novel that I had written out of all the novels I have. And also for this month, the publishing anniversary of Fiesta Girl. So hopefully you can see it better. Yeah. So this was in 2018. So it is now 8 years old this month. So yeah, 16 years. I've been in this game 16 years as a published author. And like I said, my first project, Raise Your Brown Black Fist. Yeah, 16 years ago, this is what started my journey. This was my pivot into being a published author, into doing books. And yeah, it was at a time in my life I was kind of stuck. I was kind of in a rough spot. I was basically in the same place where I was when I originally left New York. So I left New York at end of 2006. I moved to Richmond, Virginia at the time, and I had just transitioned out of writing online essays, and I was kind of stuck. So I was working at two dead end part time jobs at that particular time, and I was kind of wondering, like, okay, how did I get the fuck back here? And so it got to the point where I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of wasting my talents. I'm not really doing a whole bunch of anything with what I was gifted to do in my life, and especially having the two article series that actually make up this particular book. I'm just kind of like, well, if you're not on the internet, you're not going to know anything about my essays. And plus, they were individual at the time, so I'm just kind of like, hey, you know what? I have this knowledge base knowing about print on demand publishing. Saying through my activism with the Universal Africana Literary Arts Movement. I always wanted to use my writing skills as a way to make a living because that's what makes me happy. That's what I feel is my purpose to be able to, you say anything, tell stories, give information, what have you. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me use these skills for my own personal benefit. Let me write a book. So, boom, reached out to my publisher, Author House at the time, paid for my publishing package. And a couple of months later, in February of 2010, this became a reality. So I'm very proud of what I was able to accomplish and what I was able to do. And yeah, with Raise Your Brown Black Fist, it had like a really deep impact. I think a lot of people really got a lot from what I was saying. It wasn't all academic. That was never my intention. It was very much straightforward. It was very much, you're saying, politically oriented. And for me, like I said, it was a springboard that led me into this path of being a published author. You know what I'm saying? And then with Chronicles of the Black Fist. This was my entry into writing fiction because this is actually my fourth book, but it was the very first novel that I had actually written. Um, so yeah, 2015 was when I dropped this particular project, and I'm very proud of it. I just wish that it would get the support that I feel that it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because 2015 was kind of a big year for me. So this is what really started it for 2015. This was my very first novel that I wrote. This was a culmination of like I'd say 3 years. So this was originally supposed to be a TV show idea, an animated TV series. But the more I started writing it, the more I was developing the story and the characters and everything. It was just like, nah, that's too much of a condensed form. This needs to be a book. Yeah, so I started writing, I believe, in 2012. By 2015, I finished the final draft of it. Um, and at this time, I uploaded it to Create Space, which that's where I published it through, designed the cover, and it became a reality. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm very proud of this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of thought and effort and research went into this book, using a lot of my own personal experiences, stuff that I'd gone through, just also a lot of imagination. You know what I'm saying? Infusing a lot of my political ideology of what I believe and my political beliefs and everything like that. So, yeah, like, this to me is a phenomenal book. And I've had a lot of people who've actually been able to buy this book and really give me a lot of really great positive feedback. Like, really love the characters, they love the story, they like a lot of the descriptions that I give of like the fictional city where this takes place. So, yeah, a lot of people, you said the few people who've actually given me their feedback, they've actually let me know, like, yeah, this shit high. You know what I'm saying? So 16 years doing this, it's like I've had my ups and downs. You say, I'll admit, I've had my ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a lot, in my opinion, I've had more positive than negative, but it's kind of like you're saying on an even scale. So, I don't regret taking this journey because I'm doing something that I love to do. I just wish that I would get the recognition that I deserve and I would be compensated properly for what the fuck I did. That's my only thing about it. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? 16 years. I've learned a lot. I've gone through a lot. I've experienced a lot. And it's just something to me that I think it's very important. You know what I'm saying? I've been very consistent with what I've done. Within the 16 years that I've been published, I've published at least 14 books. You know what I'm saying? Fiction, nonfiction, one poetry book. You know what I'm saying? A comedic memoir. A lot of stuff's been out there. So I've done what I could. You know what I'm saying? I've done the outreach. You know, say I've done the marketing and promotion. I've done a few in-person events, not as many as I would like to do, but then again, like if you're not able to do this full time and actually make a consistent living at it, you know what I'm saying? You have to deal with the reality of a day job and paying like bills and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I would, I mean, clearly there is stuff that I would change, but you know what I'm saying, as far as the journey itself, like, no, I don't regret it. You know what I'm saying? I really treasure it. I cherish it. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do. And I just wish that people would take literacy more seriously because it would make my life and my job easier. Because then it's like, okay, as much as I try to market and promote my book, any of my books, you know what I'm saying? Like the support for it isn't what I feel is commensurate to what I put out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a in the 16 years is 14 books. I should be able to make some sort of a living with those books collectively. Like I'm not looking to write one book to be like a home run and I can live off of that particular book for the rest of my life. Like no, like again, I've been doing this for 16 years. I've written 14 books. Yes, I'm gonna keep emphasizing that. Like I should be able to make some sort of a living off of all of them collectively combined. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great journey. You know what I'm saying? They're available in physical format. They're available in paperback format. I started investing in the ebook format in 2015. So, you know what I'm saying? There are different ways that you get the books. They're all available. You know what I'm saying? All of my books are available both physically and digitally. So, really, there's no fucking excuse. But yeah. 16 years, hope to be doing this a lot more, many more years. Be able to consistently put out projects. I know that I've been in kind of a rut and a drought for the last 4 years because the last book that I put out was in 2022. But you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm proud about what I have accomplished. I'm proud of what I do. I really like what I've been doing in my career. You say a lot of my books are many different genres. You know, so it just proves a lot of what it is that I tried to do. All I need is that support. So thank you for tuning into this latest episode of the Rough Draft. Um, thank you for helping me to celebrate 16 years as a published author. If you would like a copy of any of my books, they're available in paperback format. You can go through these outlets if you want a copy of any books, which is Author House, Outskirts Press, Create Space, Amazon.com, Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million, and Bookshop.org. My books are also available in ebook format. So if you'd like to buy the digital version of my books, they're available through these distribution channels, which is Kindle, Nook, Kobo, Apple Books, Everand, Smashwords, Fable, NowBookshop.org, and also internationally through Viblio, Toledo, and Gardeners. My books are also available in ebook format for libraries. So if you'd like to go to your library and be able to download one of my books, hopefully your library has a distribution deal with one of these channels, which is Overdrive, Hoopla, um, Cloud Library, and internationally through Box to the UK and Australia. Because unfortunately, some of these other library outlets they've been shut down because of a lot of shenanigans with the government, and also Baker and Taylor unfortunately ended up going bankrupt. Um, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you know what you need to do. Please like the video. Definitely leave a comment. Excuse me. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and when you subscribe to the channel, please press the notification button. That way you get to know whenever I upload a new video or if I say something in the community section. So thank you once again for watching this particular episode of Rough Draft. You know how I like to end my videos. Keep the fist raised. I'm always on my literary grind, and I will catch you in the next episode. Oh, and by the way, shout out to the Women's American Basketball Association. Thank you for the fit. I ordered these. It's supposed to be for Christmas. I got the hoodies that I needed, and I'm very happy with these products. And their 10th anniversary is actually this year, so they're gonna have their 10th season, their 10th anniversary. It starts this summer in July. So definitely, if you can, catch a game, subscribe to their channel, and support the WABA. Peace.